With retirement on the horizon, Ed and Joan Ford are leaving the northeast forever and heading down south. Joan thinks their journey to stop here in the Weald between London and the south coast.
But Ed thinks that's going to be nowhere near hot enough to enjoy his golden years and wants to fly even further south to a new home in Spain's Ronda region.
On today's show, can we score a hole-in-one for house hunters Ed and Joan?
Oh!
Will an English rose garden in Ronda convince Joan to move to Spain? Joan!
No, I'm sorry.
I can't believe you're not loving this. Look at this setting.
Feisty Joan knows what she likes.
So you quite like it, but you'd pretty much change everything.
Not everything.
And is this house hunt about to end 40 years of marriage?
Almost at the divorce court, I think.
Well, not quite, surely not.
It's a bit strong, isn't it?
No, well, you know.
Today's house hunt brings us to the Weald, an area covering parts of Surrey, Kent, East and West Sussex in the south of England. The name Weald comes from the Saxon for forest. Nearly a quarter of the 150 acres here are still woodland. And 2/3 are classed as ancient, which means it took root over 400 years ago. So not much changes here, although look a little closer and not everything's so traditional. Where else can you find an Elvis-themed Chinese restaurant? I'm all shook up. There's obviously a sense of fun in these parts. Comedienne Joe Brand went to school here, and A.A. Milne based Winnie the Pooh in Ashwood Forest. While Tigger jumped for joy, Winnie went looking for a honeypot, and I'm searching for the property equivalent today. But it's going to be tough. House prices in the Weald have risen by over 200% in the last 5 years. Properties tend to sell within 6 weeks of going onto the market. And when they sell, they go with a price tag on average £10,000 more than the southeast norm of £233,000. Sweet as honey if you're selling, but hopefully we're buying. So if properties are moving fast, I'd better get going, and quick. Today's house hunters, Ed and Joan Ford, want to slow down, however. They're about to celebrate their ruby wedding anniversary and are looking for a retirement gem. They're selling their 4-bedroom detached house in Newcastle and want to downsize down south. They both want somewhere with a warmer climate and a welcoming community spirit. Joan thinks they'll find it in the Weald, but adventurous Ed wants the excitement of Hispania and a move to the Ronda region of southern Spain. But if I'm going to find what they both want for their budget of £300,000, I need to know more.
Now, first of all, I want to ask you, what are you looking to move at the moment?
Well, I'm giving up work in a short while, about 6 months, and we'd always planned that when I got to that stage, we'd consider relocating, and it's about getting a package together that will suit our future lifestyle and we can afford.
So what is it about the Weald, Joan, that makes it a place that you would consider living in?
It's familiar to us, this area, because we're members of the National Trust, and a lot of the properties that we used to visit are around here, so it has a great comfort factor for me. And that's, you know, sort of one of the elements of my compromise, you know, so that...
What you mean, there's a compromise already of you moving out of Northumberland, then?
Yes.
Well, you've been bullied into this by Ed?
No. But it's,
dream of it.
you know, next year is our 40th wedding anniversary, so I'd rather we were still together at that point.
Well, congratulations, first of all, for next year.
Thank you. And it is rather too late to be looking for a new wife, so we thought we should probably get together and work something out that works for both of us.
So you're both compromising then, great.
Well, that's right. Well, I think I am, to an extent.
What are you hoping for in style and size with your budget of £300,000?
Well, ideally, I'd like a detached, 3 bedrooms, nice garden.
Right.
But, you know, I'm willing to compromise a little bit, but that's my ideal.
OK. I mean, we'll see how you find the reality of compromising. But I must say, to find a 3-bed house with a garden and that's maybe detached is, I'd say, nigh on impossible. OK? You will need to cut some of these out. Do you think you'll be prepared to?
Well, I'm not really expecting to find a detached property, to be perfectly honest. I think we're a bit more realistic than that. The degree of compromise will determine whether or not we stay in the UK at all.
I've got my 3 sorted out. I'm really interested to see what you think of them. So, you ready?
Yeah.
We are.
Let's have a look at them.
OK, thank you.
Well, I hope the first property that I found for Ed and Joan is right up their street. Literally. Bolney is just 45 minutes from London or 20 minutes from Brighton. It used to be a centre for blackcurrant pickling, but these days the grapes are the harvested fruit here. Like any small village, the post office is the centre of the community, and there seems to be plenty going on.
How about ladies' netball?
No, I don't do netball. I'm a bit
I meant
too...
Ed.
Oh.
Some of the houses date back to the 13th century, but I'm afraid prices are right up to date. The old bakehouse has plenty of character, but it is slightly over Ed and Joan's budget of £300,000.
We've got a small hall area there. I thought, Ed, you could perhaps set up your computer underneath those
Yep,
stairs.
that would be fine.
This is, or could be, your living room.
Very nice, but a bit on the small side.
Well, it's good that you say that at this moment. I mean, we've just had a conversation about the need for compromise. You said you're prepared to.
Yeah.
Well, this is the reality. It ain't going to get much bigger than this.
And in reality, it's not that much smaller, if at all, than our present one. Right.
Well, coming into the kitchen, I know it's important for you to have a separate dining room. You don't have that here. It's that big word compromise, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
It's very nice. I like the style. I think it's very nice, and I like the tiles. They're nice. I like the colour yellow. I do like the way it's fitted out. The problem is, you know, we've got an antique dining room suite, and it not having anywhere to put it is going to be a problem.
OK.
Might have to sell it and put the money in the bank, eh?
Well, we can fight amongst yourselves, all right?
Yeah, we will.
There's 2 bedrooms in this house. Now, I must say, I was very impressed in comparison to the other stuff that I'd seen in this area, certainly within the budget.
This is lovely. I like this. This is
Pretty room.
really pretty, yeah. Actually, I'm amazed at this is the same size as the room downstairs.
Yeah.
And it looks
bigger.
much bigger.
That's about the furnishings, isn't it, really?
Yeah,
You get that space.
But this is really, really nice. I do like this room.
Well, another thing I found it quite difficult to find, especially within the budget, is outside space. Now, I found us some, but it's just not particularly big.
No. It's very small.
It's hardly a football pitch, is it?
No.
Now, I'm about to disappoint you even further. The boundary is there. It's the stream.
Really?
Oh, gosh.
This is farmers' land. Now, they've used it, they've sort of cultivated it and given the impression of more space, which I think works, but being farmers' land, it's his land to play around with, not yours.
It is.
Well, while the sun's out, I'm going to give you the price. Now, this house is on the market for offers around £310,000.
It's a bit over the budget, not enormously.
This house would cost Ed and Joan more dough than they'd planned. Does it rise to the occasion? I want to do my best for Ed and Joan, so to avoid any more disappointment, I think I need to find them a property with a decent garden. So we're moving in the right direction to East Grinstead, where the 4 counties of the Weald meet. The high street has all the usual shops, but it also has the distinction of having the longest continuous run of 14th century timber-framed buildings in England. But there's more nostalgia. The Christmas carol, Good King Wenceslas, was written here at Sackville College in 1609. And for followers of flora, how about the country cousin of Kew's Royal Botanical Gardens?
How'd you fancy having this right on your doorstep?
That'd be lovely.
But that's not the only garden I've found. The one at this forester's cottage is sure to impress Ed and Joan. The house itself is not as chocolate box as they might like, but I hope they can see it's at least a quality property on a good street.
We've got a stable door coming straight into a kitchen area. What do we think, Joan? You're the keen cook here, aren't you?
I would change the way it is. It's not to my taste in the way it's laid out, and certain things aren't to my taste either.
What would you do?
At home I have a Belfast sink, a double Belfast sink, and I like those, so I'd probably have one of those in and maybe change some of the units. But certainly the way it's laid out I would change.
Yeah.
I think that space that's over that end of the kitchen, it's ideal for a table and chairs, for you know, dining whilst you're cooking, and when you have family and friends round, it's a nice
A more
place
social
to sit.
room.
Yes.
So
yes.
you quite like it, but you'd pretty much change everything.
Not everything.
I think Joe's saying the space is fine,
Yeah.
but it isn't fitted the way we would like it.
No,
and people use rooms in different ways.
Well, I just want to briefly stop in this room. Now, this is your living room.
Oh, right. Wow.
Not the biggest room in the world, Ed. What do you think?
Just wondering where we put our furniture, really.
You've got 2 reception rooms instead of 1 that we had in the bakehouse. So the compromise here is perhaps on the size of your living space. Joan, is it a compromise too far?
Well, it depends. I mean, we've got large furniture, so we could look at, you know, possibly changing the furniture.
Coming up to the first floor, there are 2 good-sized double bedrooms, but there's 1 room I had special interest in showing you.
Right.
Bearing in mind I'm asking both of you to downsize, how often do you see a bathroom this big?
Yeah, this is really something. Yeah, this is really nice. I like this.
Bit surprising, really.
Yeah, you like nice big showers.
I do. I think they've done this rather well, actually, the space.
Yeah, no, I like
Nice
this.
bath.
Very nice.
It's all sounding very positive from my point of view. I can hear that flight to Spain getting further and further away.
Maybe.
Well, outside we've got 100 foot of garden for you, Joan.
Oh, yes. Yes, I like this. This is lovely.
You like
This
it?
is- Yes, this is what I call a garden.
This place is on the market for offers around £285,000.
Oh, right. Well, that's a better price, isn't it?
Make it interesting.
It's more within our budget, definitely.
It's well within budget and it's got that 100 foot garden. Have I found a winner?
But I just have a feel for the house being a bit small, and it's not really doing it for me, I have to be
I don't
honest.
think so.
It's proving really hard to find a property both Ed and Joan like on their budget. They both seem to want different things and think their money will stretch further down south than up north. I think they'll have to decide where to compromise or they're going to be disappointed. Coming up, will I be able to crack tough nut Joan?
Meanwhile, I've got 3 great properties lined up in the Ronda region of southern Spain.
Geordie couple Ed and Joan Ford want to downsize and save £100,000 for their retirement. But they both have very different ideas of where to relocate. With £300,000 to spend, Joan fancies a move down here to the Weald in England's southeast. Meanwhile, Ed wants to live it up in southern Spain's Ronda region. So far, the old bakehouse proved unpopular.
We've got an antique dining room suite, and not having anywhere to put it is going to be a problem.
And a forester's cottage didn't fare much better.
It's not really doing it for me, I have to be
I don't
honest.
think so.
I've still got to find a final property to prove to Ed and Joan that the Weald can make their downsizing dreams come true. So if our house hunt's in need of some rejuvenation, then maybe the spa waters of Royal Tunbridge Wells can help. I'm feeling better already. It's a town which has largely escaped being cloned with all the usual high street shops. The Pantiles is so named after Queen Anne insisted in 1699 the shopping area should be paved. The average price of a detached house here is £482,000, a whopping 100 grand above the southeast average. It's got all the community groups Joan likes, but I was wondering what might interest Ed. Oh, I felt that. OK, golf isn't Ed's game, but I hope the final property I've found will be more to their liking. It's on the edge of Tunbridge Wells. I brought us here now to a slightly less rural location. The main reason for bringing you here is to try and find you a bit more bricks and mortar for your money.
Okay.
The house we're going to have a look at is this semi-detached one here.
It seems to be a bit more modern than the ones we've been looking at.
Funny you should say that. This is built in 1908.
All right.
Amazing.
Oh,
Wanna have a look?
Different style. Yes,
Yes,
I'm
please.
glad you said that. OK, loads of rooms to see now. Have a quick look in your first reception room.
Oh, this is nice, Ed.
Oh, yeah, pleasant room. Very nice.
And quite a nice size as well.
Good
Well, that's
feature
only
fine.
one.
Yeah.
Come in here.
Hey. Very good.
Reception room number 2.
Oh, this is lovely. Yes.
Ooh, yes.
Lovely.
Very
I like
homely.
that.
Now, first of all, would you get your dining table in here?
Yes. Yes, without
so.
any problem at all.
Good.
Yep.
Yeah.
And keep looking around, there's loads to see. Well, this dining room leads straight in to your kitchen area. Now, I'll ask the boss what she thinks here.
Very dark. No window. It's quite small compared to what I've got at home at the moment. But I think there might be one or two things that you could change and make it a bit better.
There's an extension there where the doorway goes through to, which has the utility room and it has a separate ground floor WC and shower room.
All right, that's very similar to what
healthy,
we've got.
yeah.
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 Natural light is brought in here from both the dining room and also the third reception room, which is this.
Oh, wow, this is lovely.
Oh, this is pleasant. Yes.
Yes, I like this.
Good space.
Now, Ed,
Yeah, I like
I've
this.
given you 3 reception rooms now, more than you even asked for in your downsizing. So, what do you want to do with this space?
Pool table.
No way.
Possibly not. And if not, an office, probably.
What do you think, Joan?
No, I think I'd like to use it as a sun lounge and just, you know, a few tweaks here and there, but essentially keep it the way it is.
Up on the first floor, we've got 2 double bedrooms.
Right.
OK? Now, this is one of them. They're both fairly much of equal size.
Oh, this is quite nice. Yes, I quite like this.
Did you say
size room.
2? Then?
2, yeah.
And only 2?
Only 2. Now, I think I know why you're thinking there might be more.
Just from downstairs, I've got the impression.
Yeah, and that's because it's been extended. The ground floor's been extended, but the first floor hasn't.
Right.
Now, there is one hiccup up here as well. The bathroom is accessed through one of the bedrooms.
Oh, dear.
That's why I brought you into here.
I have to be honest, I'm disappointed in this.
OK, well, that's
Not doing it for me.
And there are nice features to the house, but it's not ticking many boxes for me.
It's the same price as the Forester's cottage, but with 3 reception rooms. Still, it doesn't seem to be doing it for Ed and Joan. Well, with plenty for Ed and Joan to ponder, I'm taking them to Hever Castle, once home to Anne Boleyn. She ended up on the block, which, after today's house hunt, could be what's in store for me. But after thinking about it, are Ed and Joan coming round to the idea of moving to the Weald?
Well, it's no surprises that you both love the area because you've been here so many times before. But it's been some, 5 years since you've been here and perhaps looked at property. Any surprises on the state of the current market?
Well, for me, I was surprised at what you can get for what we felt was a reasonable budget. And the fact that, you know, we haven't been able to get exactly what we want is a little bit disappointing, but nonetheless, we have seen properties that, in certain instances, they would be acceptable.
What about the houses?
For me, it would have to be the old bakehouse.
OK, why is that then?
The design inside was very much sort of to my taste. The kitchen was beautiful. It had a lovely, lovely kitchen. I still have reservations about the size of the garden because it was very, very small. However, it's, you know, something that could be compromised on given the sort of area we would be living in.
I'd like to keep the old bakehouse on the agenda. I think that's somewhere that I'm probably more keen than Joan is on.
Really?
It's a place I'm quite comfortable in.
All I want you guys to do is find the perfect house for you. Now, Jasmine has a very good habit of pulling out fantastic properties, especially in Spain. Now, she's going to introduce you to all sorts of activities and groups you can get involved in when you go out there. And maybe you'll warm to Spain as much as Ed has warmed to England over here.
Maybe, but
Well, you can give it a try, can't
We'll
you?
see.
Well, if I was a betting man, I bet she would. So I wish you the very best of luck going over to Spain and happy property hunting.
Yep.
Thank you very much, and thanks for your help looking in the Weald here. It's been really good. Difficult task for you, and I think you've done really well.
I hope the old bakehouse will be old news when Ed and Joan touch down here in the Ronda region of southern Spain. The city of Ronda's only 45 minutes inland from the Costa del Sol. The houses here cling to the mountainsides. You certainly need a head for heights. In 2004, all new building was stopped to preserve the character, and there's plenty of characters. The surrounding countryside speckled with tiny whitewashed towns and villages. This used to be bandit country, but the bandoleros are today remembered as folk heroes, much like Robin Hood, with sideburns. The good news is that property in Ronda is still a steal. Property's 40% cheaper than on the coast. Ronda's no longer the undiscovered region it was 20 or even 10 years ago. Hundreds of Brits have already moved here from the coast to take advantage of the peaceful lifestyle, and as a result, property prices are increasing even more than coastal areas, doubling in the last 5 years. And with plans for a new road which would cut the travel time to the coast to just 20 minutes, now is the time to buy in Ronda. And I hope Ed and Joan agree. Welcome to Ronda, the two of you. First time here, isn't it?
It is, yes.
What do you think of it so far?
Well, I like it a lot.
You do?
Gorgeous looking place. Loved it as soon as I got here.
What about for you, Joan?
No, it's very nice, but...
OK, we'll have to work on you a little bit more. How was your house on with Johnny? He told me he found you a really nice... The old bakehouse, wasn't it?
It's a very interesting property. I think we'd be interested in going there if we didn't come to Spain.
If you didn't come to Spain, but you're very keen on coming to Spain. In fact, Johnny told me you're pretty determined about this.
Well, as determined as I can be.
He's determined, I'm not.
What's your take on it then?
Well, I've got concerns about the social side. You know,
Right.
I belong to the WI and an amateur dramatic society, but I also have concerns about the health service here and, you know, family, that kind of thing.
Is there anything else? I mean, in a property, for example, that would persuade you to move out here?
It would have to be something special, and it would have to have at least 2 bedrooms. It would have to have a swimming pool, and it would have to have a garden, because I do like to garden as well.
Let's talk budgets, because I know I've got a little bit less to work with than Johnny had.
Yeah.
Why is that?
You have, it's to take account of relocation costs. So your budget is £275,000 in Spain.
Property prices around here have gone up dramatically in the last few years, but I know for you in particular, Ed, this is all about a positive lifestyle choice, isn't it?
It is, so this might be the time to buy.
I think it could be the time to buy, although a certain amount of compromise might be required in terms of the properties. You may have to use your imagination in terms of the cosmetic side of some of them. Are you happy to do that?
Well, we'll see.
Well, we
We'll
look at
see.
structures, not cosmetic anyhow.
OK, that's
You
good.
see through that.
That is exactly what I wanted to hear. Well, I can see I've got my work cut out trying to persuade Joan moving to Spain would be right for them. I don't want to shock her too much, so let's try and woo her with the charms of the city of Ronda itself. We need to cross the gorge on the 200-year-old Puente Nuevo to reach the old quarter. I think this will appeal to Ed and Joan. It's full of historical interest. The Mondragon Palace dates back from 1314 and was home to Moorish royalty. The Church of Santa Maria is a mass of architectural confusion, but it's certainly inspirational. And if Ed and Joan ever miss the home comforts, they could always stop for afternoon tea at the famous cake shop.
This is the easy way to eat it.
Can't be the way you do it, surely. I'll pass if you don't mind.
The first property I found them is naughty but nice too. It's in the valley below the city. It has 3 bedrooms and a pool. I'm sure the two of you would give this place a good coat of paint if you decided to buy it, because it looks a bit tatty at the moment. But what do you think of the property?
I'm just looking at the size of it, the size of the plot. Looks a fairly substantial house. Can't help but notice a swimming pool across here. A lot of potential here for me.
Yeah, it looks okay, but it looks like it needs some TLC.
All the work is just cosmetic. It's structurally very sound.
That's good.
OK? Let's go and have a look inside.
Okay.
Through this rather nice entrance hall, an archway, you come to the living room, which to me has a very distinctly Spanish style.
I quite like the size of it.
Oh, you sound surprised.
I am quite surprised. There are a few things I'd change, I think, but overall, yes, I quite like the size of it.
So, it's so far so good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's carry on.
Okay.
The kitchen might not be what you're used to, but the curtains here are very traditional Spanish style. And actually, the room is a lot larger than many of the kitchens I've seen on this house hunt.
Yes, it is a good size. It's certainly very different. I would not keep the traditional feature, but that could be easily remedied with a new kitchen.
It would cost you about £3,000 to put a new fitted kitchen.
That would make a big difference, I think. But what do you think?
It's big enough for you, it's big enough for me.
Up here, you've got 3 bedrooms, and I know Johnny only managed to show you properties with 2. So how does this compare size-wise?
It compares very well.
It's feeling quite a spacious property, really.
It is. It's actually fulfilling quite a bit more of the criteria that we gave initially.
Want to know about the utility bills?
Yes, please, that would be helpful.
Water, £60 a year.
Really?
Not £60 a month, no, it's £60.
Council tax is £100 a year. How does that compare with home?
Yeah.
We're 1,300, I think, presently.
So that could be a big draw for you, Joan.
Could help with the shopping spree.
Exactly. See, a woman after my own heart.
So whilst we're talking about money, just how much will this one cost then?
This one is on the market for £246,400. I think this house is good value for money, even if it does need a paint job. But will Joan be getting the decorators in?
It's not something that I would be happy to take on board at this point. It's. I think it needs a bit too much work.
I'm still fairly positive about it. I'd certainly like to keep it on the agenda at this stage. I mean, it's only the first one we've seen, but I wouldn't want to discount it too early.
Seems like a fairly good start, but I know Joan's not going to be easily persuaded. Join me after the break to see what she thinks of my next 2 properties. Ed and Joan Ford want to downsize and find the perfect home to enjoy their retirement. The trouble is, Joan's keen on moving to the Weald in the southeast of England, while Ed is all set on relocating here to Spain's Ronda region. I know Ed and Joan value community spirit, so the next property's in the tight-knit town of El Gastor, north of Ronda, just above the shores of Lake Gazalema. The new motorway being built will cut the journey time to the beach to just 40 minutes and Malaga Airport to just an hour. El Gastor may look like a sleepy village, but at least there's a disco to liven things up, which should excite Ed. Like any old Spanish town, the maze of streets can cause hours of entertainment, especially if you take the wrong turn. I'm sure you've noticed before in these little Spanish towns and villages, all the houses are lime-washed to keep them cool. Now, traditionally, Joan, this was the woman's job, so do you think that's a tradition you'd keep up?
I don't think so. I don't mind the odd paint job, but I can't see me doing this.
Oh dear, if we're going to integrate properly, then surely we must maintain the traditions.
No, I think it's probably time for a traditional change, I think.
Oh, I think I'll let you 2 battle it out. The house we're going to look at's in a prime location overlooking the lake. Just 20 minutes north of Ronda. You can see why I've brought you up here. Look at the views.
Absolutely fabulous view.
Yes, they're
Joan?
brilliant. They're lovely.
You agree?
Yes, I do.
Good, because the house we're going to look at is just up the hill. Well, it's pretty windy up here, isn't it? But look at the views.
Oh,
What do you
yes.
think of those?
Tremendous.
Yes, they're beautiful views. Absolutely
She
stunning.
says that so grudgingly, doesn't she?
Yes.
What about the house? Now, they say you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. What do you think from out here?
I don't like the cover.
Interesting book.
No, it's like crazy paving continued at the front of the house.
I agree. And would you believe that the builders actually imported that stone from Germany to achieve this effect?
Really? Oh, well.
I
Who
can see
knows what they were thinking?
Yes.
I can see why you would. I think it's damn attractive. No, it's
You
not.
like
Let's
it?
be fair. Let's be fair, it's not.
No.
But might be better inside.
Now, you can see Bit of a recurring theme.
Wow.
The crazy paving on the walls.
Yes.
Interesting there.
To me, it looks like very cheap imitation stone wallpaper.
Very harsh.
Well, it does.
Yeah. Well, look beyond that a wee bit.
Nice fireplace.
Indeed.
Is it a working fireplace?
It sure is.
All right.
And the cooling?
We haven't got any air conditioning at the
Right.
moment. Now, obviously, that is something that would you want to put in air conditioning?
Well, I would have to. I'm not keen on heat, so, you know, it would...
Certainly in the living area, I think you'd want it, and maybe the main bedroom,
Yeah.
if there's more than one.
This property will be very, very cool, though, because you've got that covered terrace all the way round.
For a horrible moment, I thought you were going to say because it has this stone cladding.
No, you can lose the stone cladding. That's the whole idea. I'm with you on the stone cladding.
Good.
Haven't we already agreed
Yes.
that? Yes.
With,
Right,
the,
okay.
with the air conditioning, now it would be very easy just to install a unit in the rooms that it's required. That would cost you between £200 and £350, depending on what
that's-
kind of a model you take.
That's very affordable, that.
It is affordable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shall we have a look at the kitchen now?
Okay.
I know you were very keen to have a separate dining room, and you don't have that here. Could you live with that?
Yeah, I think the size of the room is quite nice size, so I think we might be able to live with it.
You've got two extremely brightly coloured bedrooms.
Very orange, very bright. Don't
Nice
like
sunny
it.
colour.
No.
Don't like it.
Don't like it. Usually I can see beyond things, you know, and this is just, no.
I can tell the aesthetics of the place, the decor, it's not doing it for you.
No, definitely not.
But size matters, doesn't it?
If you say so.
I do. And this place has got lots more room downstairs.
Okay.
So come with me and I'll show you. A nice pool down here.
Yes, it's very nice.
Look at all this space down here.
Wow.
Wow. Yes, this is amazing.
When I came to have a look around, I really was not expecting to find this much space underneath the house that's pretty much unused, except for in the summer when the owners go out to the pool.
Yes, when you said, you know, you were going to show us downstairs, I did think you were going to show us the garden. I didn't think you were going to show us all this space.
I actually thought this would be a great leisure room. You could maybe add an additional bedroom, as they've kind of semi-done it over there, but not with very permanent fixtures.
Not convinced, are you, Jo?
No, no.
I think it is a significant piece of work, and I can see that just from your reaction here that you don't see this as what we're looking for at this
No,
stage.
it doesn't have that, it doesn't have a feeling of home that I would, you know, sort of need.
What about for you, Ed?
It has some potential, but it does have some things that need doing, and I don't think Joan's up for that, really.
No.
I think Ed can see the potential, but Joan seems to be putting a dampener on his dream of moving to Spain. If I'm ever going to impress Ed and Joan, I need a radical rethink. So we're going a little further away from Ronda, nearer to Malaga, but not too near. The town of Coin is only 20 minutes from the coast, but retains the rural character Ed and Joan say they like. The small towns in the Rio Grande Valley, surrounded by the Mijas Mountains and beautiful countryside. In the spring, this area is known as Orange Blossom Valley, and the air's filled with the citrus scents from flowers of the orange and lemon trees. I wonder if the smell turns the potter potty. There is some development going on here, and many of the shops stock British brands. But the town centre retains its Spanish charm. And good news for Joan, there's even a branch of the Women's Institute here. Coin is value for money too. Properties up to a fifth cheaper than in the heart of the Ronda region, but with all the investment clearly taking place, I think that might change, and soon. So Ed and Joan might be able to snap up a bargain today. I found them a 2-bedroom house with a garden and swimming pool. Now they must be impressed this time, surely. I want to start by showing you the garden, because I know this is going to be a big selling point for both of you.
Yes.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
It is, it's extremely beautiful. It's lovely.
Keen garden living here by the look of it.
Yes.
And can't help but notice that. wonderful swimming pool.
Isn't it just fantastic? Is this what you imagined, Ed, when you're thinking of living in Spain?
It is. It's what I see. A bit of garden for Joe and me in the pool. Jobs to do, you know, sunshine.
There's plenty to keep you busy here, definitely. And it's all south-facing.
All right.
So the pool will get the sunshine all day long. The only thing I should point out to you, and I don't know if you're aware of it, but you do get 116 days of rainfall on average a year here, compared to 119 back home.
Right.
So I reckon you'll be using that pool about 7 months of the year. The house itself, just behind us here. Now, impressions?
It's a bit plain, plainer than I thought it was going to be.
Joan!
No, I'm sorry. It's
I
just...
can't believe you're not loving this. Look at this setting.
No, the garden, you can't fault the garden. The garden is everything I would have hoped for. It's just I would have expected to have seen a bit more character in the property.
What about you, Ed? Do you like it?
My impression, first off, is favourable, I must say.
Oh, good.
I'm keen to see what's inside.
Well, I want you to give it a chance.
I'll give it a
Because
chance.
I think this place is great.
OK.
With this house, you come straight into the living area. And I know outside, Joan, you said you felt it was a little bit plain. And in here it is plain, but in one way, could that not be a good thing? Because you're not living with someone else's taste, you can put your own mark on it.
That's true. You could, you know, sort of do what you want with it and put your own features in, and to a certain degree. It seems to be quite a good area, a good space. So, yes, you could probably do quite a lot with it.
You warming to it a little bit?
Maybe, maybe.
Don't go overboard. Fireplace is a good idea to have that focal point. It's quite a large area. I see they've got a little desk in here, so could use it partially for an office too, I suppose.
Through here, you can see in the kitchen where they've already extended onto the terrace to create this space. No curtains, you've got a proper fitted kitchen.
Yes.
Cupboard doors.
Yes. Well, the curtains
Exciting.
were more sort of Ed's thing, you know, rather than mine. No, it's very nice. I'm quite surprised, actually. And I thought the inside of the house was definitely, you know, more appealing than the outside.
Okay, well that is a relief. Can you see the English influences here, both inside and outside in the garden?
Yeah.
The owners here are English, and I wanted to reassure you, because I get the sense that you're still very reluctant and hesitant about the whole idea of moving out to Spain.
Well, I am, because I still have issues, you know, like the healthcare and things like that, which I would need to have resolved.
I mean, I think, to reassure you, over 500,000 Brits are living out here, are coping with the healthcare system. You, if you moved out here, would be entitled to the equivalent of NHS healthcare treatment. But if you feel more comfortable taking out a private policy, you can do that, and it will cost you between £300 and £800 a year. The good thing, though, is because we're nearer to the coast here, more of the hospitals have got multilingual doctors and nurses.
Right, yeah, that would be reassuring.
Does that is it mainly the language barrier that you're worried about?
You know, I mean, both of us are relatively fit, but inevitably there will be the time when you do need that kind of care.
Should I tell you the price?
You could, if you will.
Because I think that might be a big factor in making your decision. This one's well under your budget. It's on the market for £219,000.
Is that before or after?
That's before the taxes. So you've still got a big wedge of money left over to enjoy yourselves.
Yes, that would...
I'm trying not to smile.
It's made my choice a little bit more difficult.
Well, what a result! I seem to have found somewhere Joan actually likes. But will she persuade Ed to buy? So we're done with house hunting for the time being. That's our last one. But looking back at the three of them, I can tell, obviously, the Lakeview house, we can already put that to one side, can't we?
Definitely.
I think we can.
Yeah, that didn't do it at all.
Out of the other two, then, we had the villa in need of restoration and this one, the garden house. Which one would be your favourite?
I think probably the favourite would have to be this one. Although I did like the one that needed restoration, but the noise from the road and everything would be a major problem.
And I did feel it was quite a major maintenance property, that one, and there was some restoration to do that was going to be quite expensive, I think, at the end of the day.
Here, you've got a wonderful quiet location. Nothing but the sound of the birds.
Yeah, no, I agree. It is. It's a beautiful location, and the house has its merits, but I'm still not quite convinced it's for me.
I can sense that you are pretty reluctant, even at this stage, to even consider moving out to Spain. Am I right?
I think you're probably right, yes.
What about you, Ed? I reckon I could have shown you a pile of rocks and you would have fallen in love with it.
Not at all. That's absolutely not true. Of the houses we've seen, there's only this one I would have been prepared to live in, would be prepared to live in fact, if I could persuade Joan. The location's ideal, the airport's not far away. It's a superb property. I could move here
Tomorrow.
even today.
Don't know how realistic that is, especially not if you haven't convinced Jane to come with you. Are you still adamant that you want to come out to Spain?
Oh, absolutely. If we're going to spend the sort of money that we're going to, then I think the best return on investment is to be here.
Well, I mean, there is one thing here that you've both agreed on, which is amazing, is that this is both of your favourite house in Spain.
Yes.
And obviously you were both agreed about your favourite property that Johnny showed you too.
Yes.
We were, that's right.
The hard part is going to be agreeing on which one you're going to go for. So I reckon, why don't you two go ahead, talk it through, and why don't we meet again a bit later on and find out which one it's going to be.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that's
Let's
fair.
do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay
Let's
then.
go.
Okay.
They're both sticking to their guns, but I wonder who'll win this battle of wills. Find out after the break when Johnny will be showing you how a trip to the corner shop could land you a studio apartment, and I'll be visiting one of Ronda's most exclusive properties. Ed and Joan Ford are leaving Newcastle and want to make sure their new home really is their castle. But where will the flag fly? Ed wants to move to a property I've shown them here in Spain's Ronda region.
Well, Joan seems quite taken with an old bakehouse that I showed them here in the Weald in England's southeast. While Ed and Joan contemplate where to spend their nest egg and the rest of their lives, here's my selection of the hottest properties in the Weald. You used to be able to stock up on essentials at this former corner shop in Tunbridge, but now it's a studio flat that's up for sale. Take a good look around because this is it, apart from the separate shower room. The current owner's an artist. Good job she's into minimalism. So's the price for this part of southeast England. It's on the market for £119,000. Or if Tarzan's got £1.4 million stuffed down his loincloth, then this tree house is up for grabs. But more fittingly perhaps for the king of the jungle, it comes with an 8-bedroom, 3-bathroom detached house as well. Maybe Jane and Cheetah could stay in the big house while Lord Greystoke surveys the 3 acres.
While in southern Spain, this townhouse is a real find. If you ever lose your gingham pinny, you could always use the curtains in the kitchen for a wraparound. There's Spanish central heating in the living room, 2 good-sized bedrooms and a secret roof terrace. If you want it, keep your trap shut. It's on the market for £65,000. Or if you're looking for divine inspiration on your property hunt, then this former priest's house could have you on your knees praying they accept your offer. There are 5 bedrooms, including a nursery. There's a well-trodden corridor to the separate servants' quarters where the nuns used to live, and a magnificent tiled fireplace where the father used to warm his ecclesiasticals. And if you're in need of quiet contemplation, there are 2,000 square metres of gardens. It could all be yours for £1.2 million. Well, that's what's on the market both at home and away. But now it's time to see if Ed and Joan have made the decision which could change the rest of their lives.
Joan, when you approached Johnny and I originally for help, you two were in a right old pickle, weren't you?
Yes, we were. We were. Almost at the divorce court, I think.
Well, not quite, surely not.
It's a bit strong, isn't it?
No, well, you know, Ed was so determined to come abroad and I was so determined to stay at home.
It's been a real dilemma. It's been tough.
So where is the compromise going to come in here? Because obviously neither of you have changed your mind. You're both obviously quite stubborn.
Well, I think we just, we have different tastes and different requirements, and the bakehouse that we saw in the UK, that to me would have been a good compromise, because it's still based in the UK with all of the things around it that are important to me, like the WI and things like that.
I see him shaking his head there, though.
That's right, because I don't think the Weald in the UK represents good value for the money we have. The house we saw, the bakehouse, was the best of the ones we saw, but wasn't adequate living space really for that investment. And then when we come across here and see what you can get for that sort of money, it's an obvious choice to me.
So you're still adamant that you want to move to Spain?
Yes, I am indeed.
What does that mean? Does that mean that we haven't really helped you resolve anything at all?
No.
No, I don't think so. I mean, in a way, it's helped resolve the dilemma. It's clarified the fact that Ed definitely wants to come to Spain, and I definitely want to stay in the UK.
And I'm serious about it, yes.
But you're still both as stubborn as ever and determined to stay in your respective areas. So where's the compromise going to come in here?
Well, I think the compromise is actually going to be buying a place abroad and a place in the UK, a smaller place, which would be suiting the budget.
Yeah, it does seem to be the only realistic option at this stage, unless we can come up with something else. But it does mean splitting the budget, and the consequence of that are two considerably smaller properties, possibly.
Yeah.
Obviously, you will have to make compromises on the type of property. You're not going to get
That's right.
a detached property with a swimming pool and lots of garden, but you could certainly get something smaller.
Yeah, I think the time we spent with you looking at properties has indicated that there are options. We've seen areas, we've seen potential, we know what the market's like, we know what you get for your money. So, that gives us a platform off which to launch more research.
Well, good luck with it. Will you let me know when you find your two little places?
If we're still together, yes.
I'm sure you will be. You're determined to get rid of him now, are you?
Well, there's a rather high wall close by, so...
I'll say nothing as usual. Yeah.
All right, well, listen, good luck, and it's been great fun.
OK.
Take
It's
care.
nice for us.
Thank you.
Bye-bye too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, I think we need to get it resolved for a Ruby wedding.
Well, yeah, when is that?
August, don't be horrid.
I know. Come on, let's go.
Although Ed and Joan haven't managed to find the perfect property for both of them, at least they've come to a happy compromise that means they can enjoy their Ruby wedding anniversary together. Join Johnny and I again next time when we'll be searching for more dream properties at home or away.
You